Hello there, welcome to my bench, Hugh here. And on this tutorial I'm going to tie up a classic wet fly. This fly is called the Pink Lady. A very good attractor wet. It can also be tied in the dry fly version as well. So I figured I'd give this fly a tie for you this time, so I'll get him out, fresh hook in, I'll get going here for you. The hook is a Mustad standard wet fly hook, 3399. And I'm tying it a little bigger on a 10, so it's good for you to see on the video here. So we'll get that hook locked in the vise. And the thread I'm using is UTC 70 in a tan color. So we'll start our thread right behind the eye here and wrap back towards our barb. And before we get there, I'm just going to snip that tag end off here. Okay. And we'll wrap back a few more wraps till we're hanging right above the barb there. Okay, now first material is our tail, and our tail is golden pheasant tippet. So I'm going to pull off 10 to 12 fibers here for the tail. The way I do it is just take the feather and pull out a section, and then I come along with my scissors like so, just snip those out, and that way you snip them out after they're straight, keeps your tips even. Didn't quite work out that time, we'll try this time. There we go. Now we'll switch hands and we're going to measure that up, and I want that to be hook shank length, so we'll measure our hook shank and we'll bring that back, and we're going to tie it on top with a pinch loop, come down and pull straight up. And there we go. Then we'll wrap back a couple more wraps so we're above the barb here. Just like so. Then wrap that down forward. Gonna wrap that all the way up the shank. Cover all that up there. Okay, there's our tail. Now, next is our rib material, and I have a fine gold mylar tinsel for the rib. And I want the gold side facing up when I wrap, so I'm going to put the silver side up for now, and we're going to wrap that back, attach it on, wrap it back to in front of our tail here, just like so, right in front of our tail. There we go. Just want to check that, make sure I got it where I want it. Okay, then we're going to wrap back to about halfway on the shank. I'm going to throw that in the material clip there. Now, the original fly called for pink floss, but I'd rather use pink dubbing, so I'm going to use pink dubbing for this guy. So I'm going to put a little wax on the thread here. I have some hairline pink rabbit dubbing, so we're going to dub a noodle. And I want a slight taper on that guy, so keep that in mind as you're dubbing your noodle. A little thicker towards the end of it. A little thinner at the front here. Okay, I'll wrap that on, see if that will do the body. Okay, I'm going to go back first. Okay, and that first wrap, I want right in front of my tail here. Just making sure I got that right where I want it. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to start to wrap forward. Wrap that up. Okay, and I'm going to need a little bit more here, so put some more dub wax on and some more pink dubbing. Okay, just a smidgen more should do it for us. Bring that up here. Okay, I just want to keep that. Actually going to need a little more still. It's better to keep adding a little at a time than get too much on and try to take it off. That can be a headache, so it's better to do it this way. Okay, that should put us right where we want to be, right there. Okay, that's fine. Gonna snip off some of them long guard hairs there. Now I'm just going to throw in a half hitch here just to save our work. Okay. Couple wraps. Now we're going to bring our tinsel forward. We want the gold side facing up, so silver side down. And just make evenly spaced wraps as you go up here. You should get 4 to 5 wraps on the body. That's fine. Okay, like one more here. Okay, I'm going to tie that off. Come up with a couple wraps. Snug that down. One more forward. Then we're going to wrap back on them to lock it down in place. Snug it up. Come in, snip off the excess. There we go. Got a couple of fibers there I want to trim out. There's still a guard here, so there we go. A couple more there on the body. Just like so. Okay. Next is our hackle. And I'm using brown hen hackle, soft hen hackle, and I stripped off one side of the fibers because I only want one side. So I'm going to stroke those back here. I want to get a hold of that tip of it. Just like so. Okay. Now I'm going to snip off a little triangle here, so I got a tie-in point. And we're going to tie that in right on top here, just like so. Nice snug wraps, there we go. Then move back to right behind the eye of your hook there. Okay, next step, I'm going to grab my plunger style hackle pliers. I find these are really good for wrapping hackles, especially on wet flies, for grabbing hold of that stem. Okay, now we're going to begin to wrap our hackle. Like always, as we wrap, each wrap we take, we want to stroke those fibers back. Just like so here. Just so they're flowing back. There we go. Okay. And just wrap to your, right till you get to that stem. Then I'm going to tie him off. Couple wraps there. Okay, release those pliers. Now what I'm going to do is take my 2 fingers and pull everything back. Just like so, and wrap back on that hackle. I'm going to stop there. So I'm going to reach in, grab that little stem from the hackle, and I want to get him out of there. Once I get a hold of him here, I'm just going to come in with my scissors, snip him out. There we go. Okay, now I want to pull down on that hackle and back at the same time and make a few more wraps back. Okay, just like so. There we go. Now we're ready for our wing. Just check in here to make sure everything's the way I want it. A couple of fibers here I want to snip out. Okay. Now our wing is matched light gray duck quill segments. I have these ready here, and I already got them measured up. And the way I measure them is I like to have them the same width as the hook gape. So, and I like to have them to come back about halfway on the tail usually. And if you get them a little bit farther back, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to be the end of the world. Okay, so I'm going to pinch those. Come up with a pinch loop. I'm going to come down, around, snug it down, then I'm going to pull straight up, just like so. There we go. That one slid down on me a little bit. I don't like that, so I'm going to back off of there. I'm going to go for that one more time. Okay, we're going to come up, pinch down, pull straight up, then wrap forward on that, snug it down. Okay, there we go. That's much better that time. Okay, so next step, I'm going to come in, and this is where a good sharp pair of scissors is really good. Come in and snip off that excess wing butts. Get those away from your eye. You don't want any of those crowding the eye. Okay, I'm just going to trim those a little bit here. Okay, that should be fine. Just check and make sure I don't have any in the eye there, that's all. Got one more little fiber there I want to get. There we go. Okay. Now, next step, I'm going to take a little bit of shot of head cement here and put in those wing butts before I wrap this up. Let that soak in good there. Just adds durability. Okay, just let that soak for a second. Okay. So not a hard fly to tie, and it's like the royal coachman, a very effective tractor pattern. Okay, now we're just going to build a neat little head on this guy here. I'm going to jump ahead and then back. Just make several wraps here. Might have got a little too much cement that time on the head, but that's alright. Okay, just going to build that up a little bit more here. Okay, that's where I want it, right there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now all we have left to do is bring in my whip finish. Make a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Now I'm going to flatten that thread out a little here so it gives me a nice smooth head on it. Just rub that on my thread back and forth. And I'm going to come in with my whip finish here. Give 4 to 5 turns. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's fine. Bring it in, snug it down. Okay, pull straight down on that. There we go. I'm going to come in, snip off my excess thread. Nice and close here. There we go. And I got a few more guard here sticking out of the body there I want to cut off. Just turn that around. There's one in there if I can get at him. There we go. So there we have it. There's another size 10 Pink Lady wet fly. Okay, and then next step, I'm going to take some Solar Rose Bone Dry to put on my thread wraps. Get that done here. Just work that around, cover all the thread wraps. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I'll grab my my light here and cure this guy up. Okay. I'm going to cure that resin real quick. Okay. And there we be, finished fly. So, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And thank you very much for watching, as always. And if you can, get the materials and give this guy a tie. And I imagine we're all quite happy now, which I am, that they finally let us go fishing. I haven't got out yet, but hope to get out tomorrow. So anyway, like I was saying, thank you so much for watching. And happy tying, everyone. And stay safe out there. And I shall see you again soon. So long for now, folks. Let's see if I can give you a little close-up here before... There we go. Oops. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you're a new viewer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Almost forgot. And throw in a like too if you wish.